Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we're recording.
Oh, there. Oh, look, that's me.
That's
you.
Wow. Crazy. We're about to see A Haunting in Venice.
Yes.
Thankfully,
I guess
for our murder mystery, it is only an hour and 47 minutes long.
Oh.
Then, immediately after this, we're going to go see The Creator. So,
which I still don't remember what the premise for that is, but that's not
I'll tell you what I know about A Haunting in Venice. Not much. Didn't even watch the trailer.
Nothing.
I don't know why we do this.
Yeah.
See movies that we're
just doing it because
it's entertaining.
We have
on
a channel
Saturday.
that we have to keep pumping videos out for.
Just churning out the content. That's what we do.
We're machines.
We're like just shitting in a toilet. Now the toilet's getting full. No one's hitting the flush.
Nobody's flushing.
Broken.
Why is nobody flushing?
Yeah, what the fuck? We did our part.
We did. We delivered, man.
Shit. I'll tell you this. I did see a movie called Death on the Nile with Gal Gadot.
Oh, yeah. You were talking about that.
And it was okay. It was so for a murder mystery, it was like I don't know, it was kind of boring.
Lacking. Have you seen
the weird part is this guy, he's like the detective that solves, like he's the same guy in all these movies. I guess this is the third one.
Oh,
he's like too fucking smart, I think.
Oh, for like he's like too smart to be like, why are you even bothering?
This is what I gather is every one of these is like, so-and-so is murdered. And then he goes, I'm an investigator. No one leaves until we fucking solve this problem and figure out the guy or who done it. And then they sit around and talk for like an hour, and then they find out who did it.
And that's the movie, really?
And that's the movie. And that's what I think is going to happen in this one. I think it's going to be boring.
You've seen, this is the third one?
This is the third one.
What was the very first one?
I don't remember.
Yep, not memorable.
No, I didn't watch it. I watched a trailer for it or something.
Did you ever see Knives Out?
I did not. I've been told to see it.
That's a fantastic...
There's also another Knives Out movie.
Yeah, part 2 came out.
Yeah.
Or it's coming out or whatever.
It's part of the Knives Out
I think that
universe. The cinematic universe.
For me, that's one of my all-time favorite murder mystery movies. So I'm going to compare this probably to that.
My problem is I don't like murder mystery movies because they're fucking boring. You know what one wasn't boring that I fucking love to this day?
What?
Wholeheartedly?
Clue.
Yeah,
all right, I named it. All right.
Yeah.
That's a comedy though of like
it's
epic
a murder
proportion.
Mystery. I know.
It's so good.
Entertaining. It keeps you interested.
Now that I think about it, that probably is one of the best.
It keeps you engaged and invested, and you're like,
and it's
fuck yeah,
funny.
It's hilarious.
There's like the internet, all
titty
the characters
jokes all the time.
Interesting. There's
can't lose
shit
with
going
jokes.
On. No, titty jokes trump everything.
Yeah, it's a trump card. You're done. You're
titty
done.
Joke.
10 out of 10.
10s out of 10.
10s out of 10.
All right, but anyway, so I guess, I don't know. I have no idea. You didn't really think the second one was that great. What was that for you, like a 5?
The Death on the Nile? I bet it's a 5.
Oh, God.
Straight up average.
You know, they're only getting worse,
Not
probably.
to spoil it, I'm guessing you've seen it if you're going to see this one. Gal Gadot's in it, and she's like one of my faves.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
And she's super beautiful, and she dies in 10 minutes. And she never shows up. They don't even show her in flashbacks. The guy puts a pillow over her head and shoots her.
Like...
Fucking like 10
Here's
minutes
your $10 million, gal. There you go.
It might be 20 minutes in the movie, but it was
Still,
like... I was like, what? She's not even in this? And then it was all about that guy, that detective guy, like, no one leaves. But they're on a boat, so no one can leave.
Nobody's jumped ship.
This is in Venice. They're probably on a boat again. That'd be horrible.
Yeah, because Venice is mostly like streets of water. And
if it's on a boat again, this movie is going to be... Oh my God. Here's the thing. I'm so sick of seeing shitty movies. Well, this year has really sucked. It sounds like...
Dude, we've had amazing movies,
had some great movies.
We've had...
But...
Yeah.
There's been some fucking doozies. Yeah. My goodness.
We haven't seen a really stellar movie in
if I had to guess
3 months, 2 months.
I will say this will be like a 6.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what would you rate Clue as a movie?
Oh man, fucking 9.
Yeah, that's a 9 for me,
easy.
probably. if not, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 9.
For a comedy, it might be like, I don't know, it's bordering on 10. It's so good.
It is.
I watched it like, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
With
It's just like, oh,
it
back to
was
this
so,
again.
there's like so much adult shit and stuff.
Yeah, and like we grew up watching
I watched it with
that.
kids
Mom
and it was like,
played
and
that
it just went over their heads. It
Yeah,
was perfect. I was
totally.
like, hell yeah.
Yep. They're not going to get it.
That fucking maid and everything. Yeah. What a fucking awesome movie.
Anyway.
Flames coming out of the sides of my head. Flames.
Whack! I had to stop her from screaming. That's the funniest shit
That was amazing. I had to stop her from screaming. He just slaps the chick really hard in the face.
And then the butler's recapping and he hits her again.
He does. He's like, and then this happened, and this happened, and
She's like, hit
and
again.
he's like,
And you're
I had to stop her from screaming. It's amazing. I love that movie. Anyway, back on track. We'll let you go, guys, and
we'll see you sometime later. Yeah, okay.
Roseville cops, guys.
Uh-oh.
They're
out
all
on
over
the
the place.
prowl.
I've seen 3 now.
Yeah.
Just like rolling around parking ramps and shit. Huh.
Okay, missing stop signs.
Yeah. Remember
What
that
they
one
do
time
best.
we watched a fucking
You
cop
just flew right through.
blew it.
Didn't even
we were
fucking
parked
care.
right there. He was directly in front of us. I wish I would have turned the camera around and got his license plate and shit.
All right, enough of that. We'll see you in a little bit.
Damn, that's a classic.
Oh, it's a sweet car.
Whee! Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Anyway, just we make some shitty videos.
We do. We're good at it.
Thanks for coming along on the ride.
Yeah.
See ya. Boom. We are back.
Yeah.
Back again.
We're here.
We saw A Haunting in Venice,
We did.
based on Halloween Party by Agatha Christie, set in 1947 post-war
47. Yep.
Italy.
Venice.
So,
Yep.
it was visually amazing.
Yeah.
I really liked watching it.
It was eye candy. It was oddly like
was.
for a dark and morbidly like creepy
Mm-hmm.
location. It was very like, it had this a lot of character. We'll say.
So this
I don't know
movie-
where that place, like, if it's actually real or what.
I don't know. It was beautiful, though.
Yeah,
Fuck.
and it was that was a massive building.
I'll tell you this though, this movie flip-flopped like 4 times on me for how I was feeling the score.
Oh, sure.
Like I was like, whatever. I'll just say it now. I was like, fuck, this is an 8 right now.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this is a fucking 6. And then I was like, it's a 7. Then I was like, maybe there was a point where I was like, fucking
Yeah,
5. I was like, ew.
Yeah, there's a couple parts.
We were talking on the way to the theater, which is like a quarter-mile walk.
What makes a reasonable murder mystery?
What makes it good is if you can solve it yourself. If you were to
Yes.
watch it yourself,
without
and he didn't have the reveal, who done it at the end,
And
if
you
you
could
could
just
piece it
figure it out.
together yourself, that makes it amazing. This is not one of those.
It's really close though. So some of the things that he reveals are like they're not visually obvious in the sense like I'll just say, well, I don't even want that's a spoiler.
We're not going to spoil anything.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But like there's a couple ththings where I'm like, but like just seeing what you saw doesn't tell me that.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
Even though it's like,
you can't.
but he's like, he'll mention something and then it'll even show a flashback to where, and you're like, I didn't glean that from the image I saw.
Correct. Because I
Which
was
is
paying
bad.
attention really in depth.
Everything you have to.
And
the way
I,
this all,
I don't feel like it was well done. I don't feel like I could have solved it. Period. There's no possible way.
And it's odd because, well, they do a good job of like throwing
It was
you off course. You're like, oh, it's
true,
him,
yeah.
and then, or it's her, and then you're like, but from the very beginning, I think I was correct. His
breakdown at the end was too long.
It was very
There
long.
is too many things.
Yeah.
There's too many details
to thread
of-
together.
It was too
to
long.
reveal the killer.
Yeah, exactly. It couldn't, that's where it failed. And I was like, I was like, well, lost 2 points. Just like that.
Just done. Yeah. No.
When he
'cause
started talking
it's
for a while, I was
hard
like,
game to play
are
when
you
you're trying to
kidding
write a
me?
murder mystery like that. It's very touch and go, and you can fuck it up.
At the
really
beginning of it, I was like, fuck yeah.
it was
and then I was
bad.
like, what? Really? You're still going? Oh my God. And they just kept going.
Yeah. So the dialogue in this is fantastic.
I laughed a bunch of
It's
times.
really good.
There was
There's
a bunch
some,
of really poignant.
Tina Fey is
Yeah, I didn't even know she was in this.
secretly the comic relief. And it's
He
not.
was,
She's
too.
not. They
Just
both were. They're
his
banter.
witty banter,
They're
yeah.
so smart together, talking, and,
It was great.
Their interaction is really good. So all the actors are fantastic. They all do a great job. There's a little boy in this that he's just.
I don't know.
He's all right
He's
for his
great,
age. He's creepy.
but then at the end,
and
you're like,
cool and.
You would be more, yeah.
Where were your tears, boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a.
Anywho,
It's one of those things. So
we'll just rate
I
it
also
'cause
like
this
the
whole
music
thing's-
in this.
Oh yeah, it was great.
The music was really good, and I felt like it was very fitting, and so like in pacing and all that, I wasn't bored at all.
The acting of some of the adults, was so good.
Yeah, it was.
I was like feeling for it. I was like, oh man, that's like the loss that you're feeling. I believe you.
Yeah, totally. It was a very
But I say we rate it immediately so we can get right into spoilers because I feel like I don't want to sit here and tiptoe.
Yeah.
I just want to get to say how I feel about it.
So all right. So what is your rating?
I'm gonna settle. So like I said, I was at an 8.
I know where I'm at.
Then I was at like a 5 for a minute there.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
bullshit happens.
Then I rebounded back up to I think I was in between a 6 or a 7. I'm gonna settle on a 7.
That's what I'm gonna settle on. I was feeling an 8, and then some things just kind of.
It was when he started explaining who done it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, go fuck yourself.
There's a couple reveals even after.
For
okay,
real.
I guess so. Spoilers. Right?
Oh yeah. Spoilers.
There is a reveal. There's multiple reveals at the end.
There's like 20, and you're like, this
you
is
keep
so...
finding out more after they've solved the case and everything. You still keep learning more.
You find out the kid was
the kid is this blackmailer who's been, and you're like, wow, that's actually neat. But I wish he would have addressed it in front of everybody. He kept it a secret. The guy. So the detective is insanely intelligent in this, or portrayed to be. And so, like, nothing really gets by him, and it's really neat. And
so
like,
the whole movie revolves around this poison honey.
Yep.
Every single thing about it involves this poison honey that you, as an audience member, can't possibly know.
You would never know
So that's
that.
the crux of the whole thing.
It is.
And you can't possibly know that this specific species of bee makes the specific
the person
hallucinogenic honey.
Like, there's no way to know that.
You couldn't.
You'd have to know what the flower was in the garden and look it up on your phone if you don't.
God.
This happens every time. Why do you do that? Why do you? Whatever. I'm not gonna get mad at you. Shit happened.
Well, the problem is I have my ringer on silent, but it goes to the car.
Right to the car, and then I'm just like, shut up, kid.
All right. Anyway, at least it was close.
You have a phone call. No.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so that is the part where it does.
That's what sucks. It really sucks.
You can't. There's no way to know that. Like, and yeah. Everything else is pretty stable.
I knew he was hallucinating.
Yeah, me too.
Even though it was really cool and it was getting creepy, and I was like, this is like,
what the fuck?
This is better.
How many times is he going to turn the faucet off and it's going to be running again? And you're like, what is going on?
It reminds me of that time I did DMT.
Yeah, that was good times.
But he was hallucinating, so he kept seeing what his mind made up of this little girl.
Even though he's too smart to fall for that shit, there is a really weird thing that happens in the end where the murderer, the actual murderer, like
the claw. Give him the claw.
God.
She had a claw, and she's like, "I'm gonna get you this claw."
And he looks at a balcony, and then
really?
he sees like something behind her,
apparition,
which should have been her daughter who she murdered. Sorry, spoilers, but and then it's like. He sees the daughter like touch her, and then the mother's like, "What the fuck?" And then she falls off the balcony, and it's like. There's no other way to explain that. That wasn't a hallucinogen. So he's trapped between, like, I like the way they ended like that, where it was like, well, I guess there are ghosts, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, like and then he's asked about it.
You want to know the stupidest fucking thing of the whole movie?
What's that?
The whole, I was like, fuck off movie. For real. It was one of those fuck off movie moments.
Movie, go fuck yourself.
It seems like there's always one of them in every movie.
Yep.
This guy, she's blackmailing this guy to kill himself.
Oh, God.
Or she's going to kill his son. So he takes a sword, an ornamental sword, dagger thing, and he puts it against the wall, and he kills.
Then he just, like, stabs him.
He stabs himself in the back.
Has anyone?
the
Nobody
fuck
can
up.
do that. Like every fiber in your being, every cell in your body is
Would not
screaming
let you do
to
that.
not. It would never. That could. I don't care
To
how
fake
much.
someone murdering him by stabbing in the back? Fuck off!
Point. Gone.
Yep, that
Just
was where
strike
that.
one.
That's basically
That was-
where it would have been
it's-
an 8.
Yeah, it could have been, but that
Could have been an 8,
stupid
but it
scene
was
had
stupid.
happened.
If he would have killed himself any other way,
Yeah.
if he would have been like,
Leave
show
some
him
rope in
eating the fucking honey.
Yeah.
She knew about the honey.
Yeah.
That would have saved the whole fucking
That would have
thing.
been amazing. That would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, there's this honey in the pantry. Eat it.
Eat it,
and
or your
I
boy
won't kill your son.
dies. Yeah.
Just eat that honey.
Oh
And then he
my
would have died.
God.
See? That would have fixed it. What the fuck?
Yeah, there's a lot of holes in this.
I don't think there's a lot of holes.
No, there is.
But there's no
'cause it's
fucking
like,
way
you wouldn't know, for example, that the only way they could get a phone call was if the phone was called from inside the house. Like,
That's
how are you
not a
supposed
hole. That's just missing. That's just bullshit.
Yeah, but it's like details like we can't know.
Yeah, I know. We already clarified that.
But like, there's
There's
more of them.
there's a lot of them.
Not. It's
Yeah.
not just like the one that we discussed. There's like several, and it's
There
really
is.
dumb.
It.
Yeah.
God, I
But
feel
when
like
he ties
this is
it
a
to-
6, but
it's
a 7
no,
because
everything else
the
is
acting
awesome.
is great.
Everything.
I
is.
love him as a character.
He's great.
He is great.
He's a great actor.
It was
His
fun to watch
fucking
him do
dialogue
his
is
thing
just exceptional.
until
Yeah.
that stupid explanation to
Yeah,
her.
the reveal kind of just, you're like,
Back
As
off!
fun
I have
as
a
it is-
claw.
Yeah. Well, and I was picking up on certain things. I actually was like, it's probably the fucking mom. In the very beginning, and then I was like distracted and thought it was.
that
Then I
until
thought it was the
her
doctor. And then I
performance.
thought, yeah, it's good.
Until her crying, and you're like, oh my god, she
Yeah.
really misses her daughter.
Yeah,
This
well,
is horrifying.
because she
Like,
accidentally murdered her,
yes.
and that's why it hurt her so
Oh,
much.
that's why it was a real act. Like,
Yeah,
she wasn't
really. That's
she
why
really
she's
did
hard
miss
to
her
not
daughter.
believe. Yeah, because she accidentally killed her with too much honey. So.
And then they throw in the typical. Let's have this piece of shit douchebag asshole guy.
Oh yeah,
And then you're just
we're
gonna
think
assume it's him.
No, you can't.
It's baiting
as
you.
soon as that happens, I'm like, well, it's not him.
That's exactly what I
always
thought too. I was like, it
happens.
can't be him.
Always
if
what
you want a
happens.
clever movie, it's
Yeah,
not him.
exactly. Yeah, no, you have to keep. Yeah, this is not Knives Out levels of awesome. That to me is maybe an 8 or even a 9.
Yeah.
It's
This
not
was-
Clue levels of awesome, where
This
that's
was
just
good.
comedy and also really intelligent too at the
At
same
the
time.
end, everyone's screaming. All these things happen at the end, and I kept thinking Clue.
I know he's singing next to me. He's like,
and then, oh, that's how it could have
And then,
happened.
yeah, oh my God.
They're like running
what's
from
his name? Running.
Hercules, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Hercules
Oh, man.
Poirot.
There's a parrot in this.
Poirot?
It has no use, and I was like, the parrot saw the murder. It's probably gonna be confessing or whatever
Quack.
the fuck, and it didn't. You know, like there's some.
He's
red herrings
hallucinating all this stuff, like
Yeah,
this
a
little
lot.
girl.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was.
The whole honey. That part just pisses me off
It does.
because it's like
I can't.
without that, like
That's an integral piece of
it's
the
like
fucking puzzle.
the writers were like, we're gonna like. It's like making a video game so hard that only you know how to beat it, right?
Yeah.
As a developer, and
Like-
then it's like only we'll know the real.
The only way to
nobody
beat this
will ever
boss is
know.
if you stand here. He can't hit
He
you.
can't
and
hit
can
you
shoot
there,
him.
and then you
It's
watch
the
it.
only way, and you
Yeah.
try to fucking jump around and fight
if
him.
you don't know that one thing, it's like, and
Correct.
that's like this.
That's what they did to
experience,
us.
and it's like not
Except
poor.
in the
Very
same
poor.
analogy, it's so beautiful and fun to play. You know, like it was
everything else is going for
it was a great game, but
Yeah.
they just fucking dicked you
Yeah,
in the end.
there's some really good shots in this. I think the
great.
cinematography is really good. They show a lot. There's a lot of
Upside down shit.
unframed weird stuff where you're like, there's a hallway, but like the camera will be tilted and
There was a lot of
angles
spots
and it's
like
just
where
neat.
their head's down here,
Yeah.
and this is all dead space.
Yeah,
And you're like, weird choice, director,
But it works.
worked because
Yeah.
how much character that mansion had.
it had a lot. It
So-
really did. So so the performance of who's the saint? What's her name? Michelle. Yeoh. She's great in this. I wish she was in it
good.
longer. I think
Once they
I love
revealed
her.
it,
She's
it was
so fucking
I
awesome.
was so into this
In so many other
immediately
movies.
when it happened.
Yeah.
When he's like yanks a guy out of the chimney,
Oh yeah,
just blows the whole operation imagine
he's like, so she's trying to like. There's this whole operation.
they're typing on the like.
Yeah,
oh my god! And you know what's funny is he goes, nope. Turns on the light, yanks the guy. I was like, hell yeah! I was like, fuck.
Holy fuck! There is some serious ghost shit going on, and then he just like, I'm not having any of this. Lights on.
Yanks the guy out.
Starts
bust
pulling
everyone. Magnetic fucking thing.
Like radio operated fucking like typewriter because she's typing in the air and the typewriter over there is typing.
Smart.
Yeah, he's just fucking. No, this is dumb. I'm not doing.
But this is how this movie goes.
Yeah.
He's like, I knew because I saw a footprint in the fireplace.
We didn't.
Yeah, we didn't.
We didn't fucking see that. Or if we did, it could have been anyone who lives there. Anyone, like, why would there? Well, and was he like, nobody's been in this room for?
Correct. That's what they kept saying.
I don't remember seeing the fucking fireplace.
No, I don't remember.
So, like, how can we puzzle that together before he does without, like, you know what I mean? It's stupid. So
that's the sucky part about this movie.
Yeah, that's where all the points
If you want to see someone...
Everything else is fucking brilliant.
If you want to see someone who's a genius because he was written that way, that's this movie.
Yeah.
They, like, wrote him as a genius.
Because, it's like the show don't tell kind of aspect is, like, don't... he explains things that should be inferred.
Yeah.
Or inferable, or like, you can deduce on your own, and it's fucking terrible. Like, it's bad writing.
Pretty bad.
It's fucking, everything else is
but
amazing.
it's worth watching, though.
It totally is.
It's definitely a 7 because it's fun. It's fun watching him go around and, like, bust people. He busts people's shit so many times. It's awesome.
It's good.
I was like, fuck, dude. And he's got
like,
some of the words.
Your bullshit.
Yeah.
He's over
I love
it.
how he doesn't believe in it.
Yeah,
and you could tell
he's the only
he
one.
knew he was hallucinating because he felt off. He's like, I feel a little off today.
Yeah.
He knew he was hallucinating because of something, and he was deducing it throughout the movie. But we as the audience are like, oh my god, is there really ghosts?
Yeah, you can't tell. But like,
you could tell that he's so...
If you pay attention to his acting and stuff, it's there. You can tell he's not believing.
He said a lot of like
some of his lines are fucking
anti-God type lines that I was like, whoa, those are
feeling,
but they were so solid. I was like, damn, dude.
It's all logic for him.
Correct.
He's not. There's always a rational explanation for everything.
Yes.
Until the end, where you're like,
yeah, right.
Maybe, and he's like, maybe. It was
kind of silly because it's this girl with the claw, like, get away or I'll stab you. I loved her. I loved her. And then all I could think of is the sound effect when the ghost grabs her shoulder and pulls her off the thing. I was just thinking, doink, because I'm sort of like, falls down and dies.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant.
It was like, doink.
I like that ending though. I thought
it was good. I liked it being open-ended.
And he is like, he doesn't admit it, but he's like, all I know is, and then he says that, and he leaves you hanging like, well, now we don't know what you even believe, even though he just saw some weird shit that actually might have happened.
He was still hallucinating, so he's still...
Yeah, but she wouldn't have just turned because somebody grabbed her.
Yeah, you're right.
That's how it's proven, or like that's the evidence that there might be something.
It's kind of like at the end of Inception, that little top,
yeah.
And you're like, did it really move?
Did it move or what? What the fuck? We don't know. Yeah. Great ending. Some of that
kid though,
scenes are awesome.
I just gleeked all over. That kid though, he would have been. His fucking dad got murdered.
No,
or murdered
himself with a dagger. And he's just stone cold. This kid is like a fucking robot. I swear.
If all his lines were robotic too.
Wednesday Addams like switched bodies. She's just like, and he's this creepy kid.
He was good. I loved him as a character.
He's a smart little kid.
He's got really good lines.
He's reading
but he was not even fucking tore up.
He's like 7.
And then he's like, you killed my father?
Yeah.
And I'm looking, I'm like, is he that good? Is there actually a tear?
No
tears.
No. Or the end, I'll see you soon, father. And you're like, and you're like, you can hear.
He's like, those who go into die in this house, they'll come back. That's what the kid says.
Yeah,
and he's driving away on a boat. And I looked at BJ, I was like, gunshot.
Because he's like, I'll see you soon, Dad. And then it's
he looks up at the building.
He's looking up like,
I'll see you soon, father. And then they start driving away.
Suicide quote right before he just...
It's horrible. It's pretty dark.
That's
why I said, I was like, dark.
Dark. So for a 7, I mean, here's the thing. I would actually rewatch this, and I would try to figure out. Because, like we said earlier, there's a scene, like, he's like, okay, well, I know somebody else was in there because like the scratch marks on the keyhole indicate a lockpicking.
Correct.
I know how to lockpick, and you don't scrape anything. Where is that idea coming from? Where you fucking no, you don't. Oh, oops, sorry, got the outside of the lock. You don't do that. It goes. How hard is it to?
You know what? The moment I knew,
dumb.
the moment
That
I knew
part
the
hurt
mom
me.
did it is when she goes, "We're gonna lock him in here for his safety."
For his safety, yeah. What? What?
She locks
and like
this
the
guy in
detective
there.
is probably like. What are you talking about? I'll keep it
Who
to
done
myself,
it?
though.
You done it, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
It's
probably
totally
the
true.
immediate moment.
And there is a moment when they're in the secret garden, and
Yeah.
she kicks the fucking, and I was
little-
like, what was that? I couldn't see what it was, but I was
Right.
like, she clearly kicked something. I mean, so that's like a clue, but
And that
you
was the
can't
fucking
see
weapon
what it
that
is.
she
It's the
clawed everyone with.
Yeah, to make it look like.
You know what's
ghost
really cool
children are
is
tearing
that
people apart.
when they had all the kids over for Halloween and they
that
did
was
that
some
projectors
that was
show,
amazing.
I was like, "Fuck, man!"
Yeah, if I
Like-
was a kid and saw that, I'd be like, more of that, please.
As a period piece, this
It's-
movie was
it's good.
fantastic.
It's really
the
good.
cars,
It's
the
really good.
everything. You know, the old
The
telephones,
hairstyles,
the
fucking
clothing. That was
everything,
fantastic.
the
The
fucking-
technology.
Yep.
I was wondering how they got their hands on a fucking color photo, though.
And a nice clear one.
Yeah,
That's like,
in 1947,
oh, that's really dumb. You know what?
it could be possible. I
Are-
guarantee they.
Is there flowers in the background of that photo?
Yes.
Is that where
They're
he
on the
saw
garden.
the different, like what the flowers in the garden were?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how he figured it out. I don't think they would. Nobody had color, and there's no way he would have known if it was in color. Fail.
Hold on.
It's a six.
If Wizard of Oz had color in 1930, I'm sure rich people could get color photos.
They are rich. They're filthy fucking rich. So
Mm-hmm.
that's true.
Anyway.
But it was like a selfie. Who took that fuck? You know?
Yeah,
like,
you know what? It was a
it
selfie.
was a selfie.
It
It's
was
like
a selfie like
nobody
a cell phone.
does that. They sit
they're
it on a
looking
tripod and
They do, and they
are.
stand
It's
like-
like somebody's phone went.
They stand all like dignified.
Yeah, in front of
That's
this
how they
garden,
do.
and behind
Because
them
I'm sure it was super
are the
expensive to get
flowers
pictures.
that poison everybody.
Oh, lame.
and
It was
the
a,
honey.
they took selfies.
So apparently, and we should look this up.
Oh.
Can you be poisoned by the honey of bees that like get the nectar, or I mean the pollen of? I don't think that's a thing.
He's like, when the bees process the pollen, it makes the poison
Like,
stronger.
Are the,
It's like, are the bees all fucked
not
up and poisoned?
Yeah, are they hallucinating? Like, what are you fucking talking about? I don't think that's real. If you guys know, write it, or if you really care,
Hold on.
look it up
Why
in the
did they
comments.
start
comment
fighting?
on it. What? Who-
He said, like, do this. Don't do this for the good of your son. They were fist fighting, those two. I don't even remember why that started.
Because he knew that the doctor. I don't know. I forgot.
It's because it
There's
wasn't fucking
Yeah.
very clear.
Yeah, it's not.
Anyway, I'm gonna
There's
let
some
you guys
actually-
go.
Yeah, we should probably wrap
It's
this up.
been fun.
It has been.
It was a fun movie. Go see it.
It's worth the rewatch. Actually.
I don't think that this is worth going to the theater.
No, no, I don't think so.
I feel like it's
Stream
really
it.
watch it at home.
Stream it,
It's
watch
great.
it at home, get it,
It was
buy
good.
it.
I won't say great, but
Yeah.
it was fun.
It was. I think that there's not enough need for sound effects or visual.
There
It's not
wasn't.
that kind of a movie. It's a kind of a dark movie.
Yeah, it's all at night.
It's all at night,
It's all
and
between
everything's
like 10
lit
p.m.
by
to
like,
like 5 in the
lanterns
morning.
and fucking torches.
Yep.
And so it's like very, you're not getting that. There's no reason to go
No
to the theater.
visceral-
Yeah. Unless
Yeah.
you really like this shit and you just
But
need something to do.
7.
Yeah, 7 it is. I guess.
All right.
Yeah. Pretty
We're gonna
high
go
for a
see The
fucking-
Creator, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. In just a
wish us
minute.
luck. Yeah.
See you in the next one.
Boom.
Like, share, subscribe.